Have you ever wondered why the once mighty Marvel empire seems to be falling apart? Then listen up, because there may be trouble brewing in the kingdom of superheroes. Despite its massive success over the past decade, rumors are swirling that Marvel may be on the brink of collapse. From creative differences to declining box office numbers, there are a number of reasons why the empire may be starting to crumble. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Is Marvel's reign as the king of comic book adaptations coming to an end? And what does the future hold for the MCU? As fans or even casuals, we can't help but wonder, what has led to this downfall? We'll explore all this and more in today's video. Marvel Studios is an American film and television production company that was founded in 1993 as Marvel Films. However, it wasn't until 2008, when Marvel Studios released their first film, Iron Man, that they began their journey to become one of the most successful film studios in history. Since then, Marvel Studios has continued to release highly successful films, including Black Panther, which became the first superhero film to receive a Best Picture nomination at the Academy Awards, and Avengers Endgame, which became the highest grossing film of all time in 2019. However, recent years have led some people to question the future of Marvel Studios. In 2019, Disney, which owns Marvel Studios, announced that they would be launching their own streaming service, Disney+. This move raised concerns about the future of the MCU, as Disney+ would be the exclusive home of all new Marvel TV shows. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a major effect on the movie business as a whole though, with many films being delayed or distributed only through streaming services. Because of this, many people have been doubting the MCU's continued financial success in the wake of the pandemic. However, the pandemic hasn't stopped Marvel Studios from releasing critically acclaimed movies like Black Widow and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, what's the secret to Marvel's constant success and the many blockbusters that they've produced over the years? The system that they use is called the Marvel Formula. When it comes to the Marvel Formula, there are several common attributes that have helped make these movies so successful. For one, humor is a key component of many Marvel films, whether it's through witty one-liners, comedic situations, or a general sense of lightheartedness. But these movies are more than just funny, they also pack a punch when it comes to action. Expect to see plenty of explosions, fights, and special effects that leave audiences on the edge of their seats. Beyond the spectacle, however, Marvel movies also aim to connect with audiences on an emotional level. Themes of family, friendship, and identity are often explored, giving the films a sense of heart that resonates with its viewers. All of this brought to life through a cast of compelling characters, whose personalities and relationships are at the core of many Marvel movies. Finally, these films are known for their interconnectedness, with nods to other movies, comic book references, and post-credit scenes that hint at what's to come. It's this combination of humor, action, heart, characters, and world building that makes the Marvel formula so effective. Of course, in the past, movies that followed this pattern went on to become some of the highest grossing films ever. Marvel Studios has established its credibility by attracting viewers with exciting and thought-provoking narratives centered on characters that they care about. But there are many who claim Marvel's approach has lost its appeal in recent years because it's gotten too predictable. Fans of the franchise have also grown to expect each new film in the series to follow a similar formula. This has then prompted some to wonder if Marvel Studios needs to try new things to maintain the interest of its viewers. On the other hand, with every rise comes certain challenges that one has to navigate through. For Marvel, it is the competition from other franchises. As a direct consequence of this, Marvel Studios, which is known for creating superhero films, has experienced a decrease in box office revenue. In recent years, a new genre of anti-superhero stories has emerged and has been gaining popularity as a competitor to Marvel's dominance. One is Amazon Prime's series The Boys, which has captured the attention of audiences with its dark and gritty take on the superhero genre. The show features a group of vigilantes who are on a mission to expose the corrupt and often violent actions of the superpowered individuals who are supposed to be protecting society. The characters are flawed and complex, making it difficult to simply label them as heroes or villains. Additionally, the show is unapologetically graphic and violent, providing a stark contrast to the family-friendly nature of many superhero stories. With its unique perspective and compelling characters, The Boys has captured the hearts of many viewers who are looking for something different from the traditional Marvel formula. Not to mention, there have been concerns about artistic conflict between Marvel Studios and its partners, such as Disney and Sony, where these disagreements have surfaced as a result of competing ideas and objectives for the franchise, which has resulted in difficulties in upholding a consistent level of creative control over the business, ultimately leaving fans quite alarmed about the kind of future the franchise holds for itself. But then again, the fatigue that MCU has been suffering from for a while now is somewhat of a mixed bag. Where others have become more critical of the repetitive nature of the films and the lack of originality in some of the plots, some fans are still as passionate as they were when they first started watching the films. The absence of iconic characters like Iron Man and Captain America has had a significant impact on the direction that the MCU will take in the years to come. To say the least, their disappearances have left a void in the franchise, and followers are curious as to whether or not it will be able to function the same way without them. So, it does remain to be seen whether Marvel can properly fill the vacuum left by these much-loved characters who have been instrumental in the success of the MCU up until this point. Despite this, the MCU has such a large cast of superheroes to pick from that there is still a chance that new characters will emerge to capture audiences and continue the MCU's legacy. And while there's the Iron Man issue to contend with, Marvel Studios, like many other film studios, has been experiencing financial difficulties as a result of declining box office revenue and expensive production costs. And let's not forget, the expenses of production for superhero movies has been on the rise, particularly as a result of the growing prevalence of the use of visual effects and the requirement for high-budget action sequences, pushing the MCU into a corner of financial disparity. While Marvel has managed to weather many storms over the years, it has not been immune to controversies that have eroded its impact on fans. For instance, many fans and critics have pointed out the underrepresentation of women and people of colour in lead roles, both on-screen and behind the scenes. This lack of representation has resulted in criticism of the studio for perpetuating systematic biases and promoting a narrow view of heroism and representation. Some fans have boycotted Marvel films and merchandise, while others have taken to social media to voice their concerns and criticisms. For one, the production company has increased the number of women and people of colour cast in lead roles in recent films, such as Black Panther and Captain Marvel. Also, Marvel has made an effort to hire a more diverse group of filmmakers and writers, as seen by the fact that Chloe Zhao was selected to direct The Eternals. Although there is still a great deal of work to be done, the steps that Marvel Studios has taken to address these concerns reflect a dedication to improving representation and diversity in the films that it produces. Despite this, the studio is still subject to criticism and scrutiny from fans and reviewers. In order to maintain its current fanbase's interest in the series, the MCU will need to continuously introduce new characters and storylines that connect with fans. Given the meteoric rise of streaming services, the MCU will need to figure out how to make movies that succeed in theaters and online. Therefore, one approach to doing this is to create more original content just for streaming services, or another is to discover ways to incorporate existing streaming content into the ongoing MCU story. Considering everything in a nutshell, Marvel Studios and the superhero film genre have a bright and hazy future, as the studio has demonstrated time and time again that it can produce captivating characters and stories that connect with audiences, as well as adapt to the ever-changing nature of the film industry. But at the end of the day, the success of Marvel Studios and the superhero film genre as a whole will ultimately rest on the company's willingness to change and the passion of its viewers. With that said, we'd love for you to become a passionate subscriber of the channel. If you found this video informative, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, and consider checking out the video on screen, which YouTube believes that you will enjoy. Until next time, stay healthy, stay focused, and stay tuned.